Welcome back to TribLIVE Radio. Having fun already. We're laughing in studio and everything. It's already having a good time. Now, I gotta make a confession here. I've gotten a chance to interview some pretty important people. I've interviewed a couple Hall of Famers, guys like Joe Green and Bill Mazeroski. I've never interviewed a Hall of Famer in studio before. This is a new one for me, and she's actually a newly inducted Hall of Famer. Kaylani Lei, AVN Hall of Fame member. You should have a gold jacket on. Like, why don't
you make it sound so official? It sounds so fancy when I hear it out loud.
The word Hall of Famer, that's pretty huge. I think that means you're one of the best at what you do. So that goes a long way.
That sounds so cool. Thank you.
So we got to talk about that. Let's start there. You were inducted into the AVN Hall of Fame at this year's show. Mm-hmm. You know, what brought that about? What did you even think when you found out you were going to be a Hall of Famer and then the induction ceremony? What was that experience like?
Okay, the funny thing is when I found that out, I honestly didn't know what that meant. I mean, I knew what it meant, but I took it as not an insult, but I was kind of like, oh man, that means my time is up. I've been around for a long time. I'm old, man. Okay, I guess I'll take it, whatever. And my friend who was with me at the time was like, are you crazy? That is great news. And she like pumped it up exactly like kind of what you just said. And I was like, oh, okay, cool. Yeah, I'm Hall of Fame. What?
You thought they were putting you out to pasture or something?
Kind of.
Like, okay, here's your award. Now get out.
Honestly, I didn't know what it meant, but now that I have a better understanding of it, I'm very happy and grateful, and I'm really stoked about it.
And now that you've had time with the induction ceremony and been able to, be presented with the award, obviously at the show, so it was probably a big thrill for you. You've had time to let it soak in now. What's your thoughts on it now, and what's that whole experience meant for you?
It just kind of means that, it's nice to be nodded for your work, and I've done a lot of time in this business, and it gives me a little push to not be done and to do a little more, actually, and just to stick around for longer. And it's just been a great experience. So I'm gonna keep on trekking.
And you've gotten to work with a lot of great people.
Oh yeah.
Business. I mean, have they reached out to you, and what have they told you about this honor? What's their feedback been?
And that's another way of how I knew that it was a great honor to be that was because I got text messages that started coming in when that got announced, and people say, like, personally, like, congratulating me and telling me, like, that's awesome and stuff. So that's how I kind of knew. I was like, oh, this is a good thing. Okay, cool. I really didn't know at first.
And now Pittsburgh, Blush Exotic, 9th Street downtown. This is her first appearance at Blush. She's never been to Blush before. She's been here for a couple of days now. She's here the rest of the week. And Blush has undergone a lot of changes in the past couple months. They completely remodeled everything. They've added a lot of great features to it. Mm-hmm. I've actually got a chance to check out a couple myself. What's your impression of Blush been since your first trip here?
I love it. I walked in the dressing room, and there's like all these stairs and steps to get in and around everywhere. And it's amazing. It's set up beautifully. Like a cute little hotel or something. I don't know how to describe. With like hot chicks everywhere. Everybody's dressed to the nines. Like it's just really nice. I'm stoked about it. I Snapchatted my impression, like when I walked in, and what I thought of the dressing room and everything. I was very impressed, and the club itself is great. It's awesome. You
mentioned you're on Snapchat, so this is your chance. Let's give us the rundown.
Snapchat, you guys?
give us the whole social media rundown. Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat. Run it down for us.
Oh yes, okay. So Instagram. What do you mean to tell?
Like, give us all your info. Like, run it down for us. Your fans got to know how to find you.
Twitter is Kaylani. Is twitter.com/Kaylani Lei. That's KAYLANILEI. Instagram is Kaylani Lei Official. Snapchat is Kaylani_Lei, and that's it. Is that it?
Those are the three?
Yeah, and I'm like on there all day.
Obviously, she gave you her impressions of Blush when she was on Snapchat. Follow her on Twitter. I'm sure she'll give you some great stuff there too, so you can figure all that stuff out. Now, having the opportunity to be at Blush over the past couple months, now they've opened up a sports bar on the 3rd floor. If you haven't tried the food at the sports bar at Blush Exotic, you got to get there. I'm telling you, the steak, the seared tuna, the burgers, the sandwiches, all of it. It's all worth it.
I'm eating tonight.
Don't believe what anybody else tells you. Just don't believe it. Try it for yourself. It's that great. Now, having the opportunity to get on the road and move around, and I don't know how long you've been featured dancing. I mean, how often do you get opportunities to do that, and how many places do you get to during the course of a year, maybe?
Oh, well, for example, this month I'm on the road every weekend. I'm home just, a couple days here and there during the week. And then maybe I'll have like a month off or something, and that's when I'll be like filming or doing other signings locally. But usually, yeah, it's a very hectic schedule. It's crazy, but I'm really thankful for it, and I love it. So.
Now, I've interviewed a few different people, and they usually have a preference between their on-screen work or dancing, and they have one thing they probably enjoy more. For you, where's the balance there? Is it 70% film work, 30% dancing, 60-40, 50-50? Where does it fall for you on that scale?
Oh, wow. It's definitely 50-50. Being on set and creating, more to my body of work is, for the fans. And then going out on the road is meeting the fans. So you can't have one without the other, really. When I'm not dancing, I am filming. So that's, just updating more stuff for you guys, so that when I go on the road, I have new material and stuff like that. So.
Now, what's a show watching Kaylani Lei on stage? What's that like? Because some people, their show kind of is a reflection of their on-screen work, and for some girls, it's a little bit different. I mean,
right.
What's the experience of your show like?
Well, when I walked in last night, Brian, who helps me out, who helps all the features out at Blush, he said to me, well, so they wanted me to tell you that, when you get on stage, everything has to be, rated R. And I was like... Okay, I'm thinking, wait.
Is that the minimum?
Yeah,
or...
is that good or is that bad on my part? Like, do I behave or do I need to push it up a notch? I don't know. No, I'm just kidding. But it was just funny because it's just, gotta be rated R. I thought it was hilarious. Anyway.
Did you follow the edict is the question.
I did. I didn't bring any toys up there. I used candle wax and lotion.
Candle wax and lotion?
Mm-hmm.
Is there any other reason to not check this out? She's here all week. She's a Hall of Famer. Kaylani Lei in town. She's in Pittsburgh. It's her first time to Blush. Welcome her with open arms, and don't get too much candle wax thrown on you.
Yeah, careful.
That works? Okay, yeah. Be careful with that. And if you do get burned, maybe she'll hand you some lotion so you can, your skin can feel better.
Yeah, there you go. That's what it's for.
We'll leave it there.
Yes.
Kaylani Lei in the house. Thanks for joining us. It's been a great time. Josh Taylor, TribLIVE Radio.